Does that mean live?
Yep.
But I pressed B, so it didn't work. I think that means we're almost... Bro, I'm getting in the car! Oh, there's people over here. I'm going to shoot them. And kill them. Got him! Are you watching me right now, bro?
I'm trying to.
Trying to. That means you're watching. Oh! Someone just tried. Oh, he's on top of the roof. Ah! I forgot I was no builds.
Nice, the gold one, yes. Oh, another gold. Oh my god. Another. Oh, look at. Oh, that's a super gold too. You better hurry up and heal before someone else comes. Hurry. Get in the house and heal quick.
There's no heals.
And there is.
How do you know if there is? How do you know if there is though?
I know. There's some. Get the shield quick. Hurry.
Wait, is he even this?
Hey, pick the other stuff up quick. Oh, pick the gold up. Get help, get help.
I'm trying to find... I have max ammo.
Upstairs.
There's help upstairs.
There's some right there. Eat that for now.
There's water.
What the heck? What?
I found a secret thing.
Oh my goodness, you found the super glitch. Oh!
There was a secret room.
That's amazing.
That was
Go back and get your gold weapon, quick.
What if someone took my gold weapon?
You're amazing.
Dude, I'm healing up.
Okay, buddy.
Dude, I have max.
Okay.
I have max everything yet. But I don't have max.
Oh, you're alive.
But I don't have max. No, I'm not.
Yep. Hello?
Shut up. Finally. That sounds too bumpy. One people is watching.
Nice.
No, right now. It wasn't you. It's not you. Snipe shower. Trying to hide. Trying to hide. He's trying to hide. Buddy. Trying to hide. The turret beat him. The what? Got him! Got him, everybody. Are they down below? Oh! Let's go one. Sneaking up. Got him. I have to trade this one. Daddy, I have to do this one, okay? He told me with the right cell. Who is that? That is not Rory. It looks like Rory, but it's not Rory. Doesn't that insane? Now trying to go again. Let's see how good we are. Now I'm going for Peter. It's not kind of hate. Look at this, everybody. Look what you can do. Hey, doesn't this sound really cool?
Yeah, I like it.
Peter, never mind, I'm going for this. Never mind, I'm going for the train. Right there. Train coming right up. Pizza Davio. Yeah, it took a while. But okay.
Yes.
Well, remember this is gonna be live. They make fun of. Wait, what if there's a person that's OG? Dude, this is not the end of the live stream. It's not the end. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, please.
Get ready to get killed. Oh yeah. By my pistol. I know it's the worst weapon in the game. No, that shoots in the pistol. Yeah. Yeah. Oh my god, that's so sick. Oh my god, that's so sick. My bay đổi bị đã. Bushida. How about in the attic? That's good. That's what I'm about. Really? Hide. She was riding like a zebra. Now this is what I'm taking. I'm looking for this ball person. And I never find them. Where is that ball person? Oh my god, I got sword. But it's a green sky. Wow. Look who we have. Move. I do not. Daddy, you play for me.
Yeah, you're welcome. Yeah, I'll play for you, buddy. Okay, you go bathroom, buddy. Yo.
Look at Dan, I fucking talked to Derek already. So what did you get?
Well, the first is from 1952.
Oh my god.
You can't get parts. Like he even said that. He goes, the motor's bearings are gone in the motor. And he said, honestly, man, it's from 1952. It's a shell of a product. He goes, I don't want to touch it. And I'm like, okay. I go, why'd you call the guy? He goes, well, I didn't know what to do. And I'm like, well, call me first. He goes, well, I just told him it's from 1952. And I'll talk to my manager, but he's like, I don't think we can get parts for this. And there's just no way, dude. Yeah, sorry, man, but yeah, like 1952 poos, I can't save that. I can't even save that. Okay, yeah, please, thanks, bye. Hey, Lee. Hold on, my brother.
I just left the bar.
Oh, yeah, it was Brecky.
Yeah.
Does he make good? Does he make good egg Benedict?
Yeah, that's fine, man.
Like same as everywhere?
What?
Same as everywhere, or like is it good?
Yeah, no, it's good. Like,
Oh, for Christ's sake. My God, dude. I can't get off the phone. Hold on one sec, okay? One. Oh, fuck. Hold on. Now he hung up.
Yeah, I got eggs Benny. It comes with the home fries, and then I got a side of sausage, too.
Not bad, man. And it's good food, eh?
Yeah. And then when I had a couple screwdrivers, my bill was like $35.
Nice. No Caesar for Leopold?
No, screwdrivers, yeah.
Why not Caesars, no?
Because I changed my mind and I didn't have my orange juice yet this morning, so...
No. Had a boy. What's going on?
Dave and Machine met me for lunch, or Brecky.
Very nice.
He is.
Very nice, Aaliyah.
Word.
I just went to the cat, came home, stepped out, went to bed. Tried to sleep. Oh my God, I just died. Damn it, Lip. Damn it, Lee.
I fell asleep at like fucking 9:30, 10, but... I was out cold,
That a boy.
Now I'm heading over to Dave's.
Nice.
I think we gotta run up to town. We're gonna run up to the Costco run and watch some football.
Very nice.
Order some pizza later, so if you wanna come watch some football.
Yeah, I might be able to do that though.
Give me a shout when you're not busy. Yeah.
So you're not going home right now? You're just going right to Days?
Yeah.
All right, yeah. Give me a shout in a bit. The game doesn't start till 3:30.
3 o'clock.
Give me a call, bro.
It's at 3 o'clock, Leah.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bro. Yeah.
Oh wait, are you still laughing?
Yeah.
Oh. Let me talk. We're gonna have to try where you're at going. Why did you pause it? Lucy. Look at this, everybody. What you can do.
Yep. Okay. Yeah, 100%. Nice. Well, yeah, man. And I mean, that's still an incredible deal. It's nuts.
Me versus you, you're loose. You think before you move.
Yeah, we still got
Gain
lots
my
of
respect.
flexibility.
I got here and now and next. Ay, none of you lot can test.
I do. I will let you know what
Two
time
bus
we'll be arriving shortly.
creep up behind ya. Won't be hard to find ya.
Good work. See, me and you, man. We got lucky this week. Good job. Yeah, see, we didn't even have to drive out there. I did 1950 furnace. Alright, good work, man. Thanks. I'll let you know.
3, 4, focus up. Wait, how did you die though? When you came down here, you died?
Yeah, well, no, I lasted a little bit, and then there was a guy just sitting there, so I hit him with a rocket launcher, and then all of a sudden, gone.
Dude, do not hit people with rocket launchers. Hit people with regular guns.
Yo.
But was he far away from you?
No, that's the thing. I blasted him, and I got 100 with the rocket, and then I started shooting, and somehow he got me first.
Yeah, that makes no sense. Makes no sense, Bramio. No sense, Bramio. Makes no sense, Bramio, bro. This is my house. My rules. I thought it was a gun and it was a band-aid. I thought it was a gun and it was a band-aid. It was a band-aid. More band-aids. Ah! A big band-aid. I have bad luck. I have bad luck. Bad luck. Bad luck. I have bad luck. Ah! Never mind, I don't have bad luck. Never mind, I got the same gun. 2 in a row. That's chest noises I hear. You don't know where they're coming from. Yeah, I love my stuff. They're probably up here. Oh, yep, one way to set it. Oh! Wow. Look who we have here. No, I wasted it. I am a gummy bear. I am a gummy bear. Gummy bear, gummy bear. I am a gummy bear. I am a gummy bear. Gummy bear. Ooh ah, ooh ah. I am a gummy bear. Ooh ah, ooh ah. I am a laba bear. Blabba. You're saying that sounds too fast. What? That guy. It was he died. I did not see him. Dude, why did he do that to himself? He could have damage. And Peter could re-heal. Shit's perfect for him. Why was he doing?
It was
Alright, do not let Nathan know that we're selling, like, that we did sell it for him, eh?
No, I won't.
Just so you know, it's a friend of a family member, and we're gonna figure it out, but right now they don't think they're gonna do anything.
Yeah, no problem at all, man.
Did they? Out of here, out of my way, man. Ow, wow. Fair choice. Fair, fair, fair. Yep. Fair. Fair, 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 fair. That's not fair. She just died. She died. She didn't get spin. Wow. Maybe she also wants to go on. Done. I don't like that. Bushy babby. Bushy dabby dabby do. Bushy dabby bushy dabby. Bushy babby dabby. Bushy labby labby. Bushy dabby dabby dabby. What are you doing?
What are you doing? Why are you so close to the video? What's your dancing?
Oh, we're live streaming. We're live streaming. Look.
They see you?
No. Wah, wah, wah. I died. Wait. Die. little boom. Little lip, bloom. Little lip, bloom. Bloom. Little lip, bloom. Little lip, bloom. Little lip, bloom. Excuse you. You're a little rat. What did you say to me? I said there's a phone right beside you. It doesn't matter about that. Just what did you actually say to me? Fine, I'll admit it. I said you said. No, a little more. Shut. Nothing. No, look, I'm just waiting until I can do. Go. Where is my motorcycle? No.
foot creep, ooh, walking with that heater. Look.
miss one of me. You making fun of me. His girl is a bum to me. Like that boy is a cat. See, so I'll tell him it's one of me. You making fun of me. His girl is a bum to me. Like that boy is a cat. Saying he home, but I know where he at. Like.
Greco, do you have a nickname? Suski, Kelly, do you have a nickname? Kelly. Grace, do you have a nickname? Either Zom or Zombie. Do you have a nickname for Kelly Cannon? That's not one. Yeah, I do. Panda. Melissa, do you have a nickname? Chan, Channel, Coco. Who gave you the nickname? Brooke, do you have a nickname? Brookie, Amanda, do you have a nickname? Do you have a nickname? She said it's T-Hyphy and that's how she spells thighs, but it definitely slipped my leg. So, I would say Mick or Cavs, but I was just wondering, should we let everybody know why you're calling
what weights it assigns to various things. Do you think that we will get there, or we are at some level just going to have a black box?
So, on the first part of your question, I think humans are pretty capable of things, but not really all.
You too.
And so people say
Trump. Donald Trump.
and look at the 100 trillions announced. Why he's thinking you're not a black box to me. But what I can ask you to do is explain to me your reasoning. I can say, you think this thing, why? And you can explain first this, then this, then there's this conclusion, then that one, and then there's this.
They will take something, and they feel if you say it over and over and over again, people will start to believe it. This is purely set up by Democrats, and I think they're trying to get out. Medical? Okay? Medical? So are they okay? Yeah. Please, go ahead. Doctor in the house, thank you. Thank you. I love those people. They're waiting outside for 10 hours, 12 hours. I love you, darling. Okay. Thank you very much. Thank you. No, we don't want to see anybody. Even the other side, we don't want to see them hurt. Even the other side. Thank you, doctor. Good. Yeah. Yeah. Take your time, doctor. These are our great friends. These are our loyal and credible friends. We take You see, if this were the State of the Union address, I wouldn't do that because it's got to be this way. You can't say, oh, but we're all very good friends. We love each other. It's very hot outside. We have to do it. Right? Right, Robert? Thank you, doctor. Great job. Thank you. I'm getting a thumbs up. They have a great group here. We have a great group of people. All right, let's get going, right? Come on. Thank you. Thank you, doctor. Thank you. And that great supporter, I want to thank you. They've been here so long and standing in the sun. So Elton John once told me, you know, when I do my last song and we knock it out the place, and then they start screaming, encore, encore, come back. And he'll come back, he'll do another good one and drive him. Then he comes back and he hits a little bit of a dead. The people leave unhappy. It's very stupid to do a couple of questions, but let's give it a shot. Should we do that? Should we or not? Yes? Okay. Do we have a mic someplace? We'll take a few questions, ask whatever you want. But you know, it's I'm going to raise the especially for seniors. You want to go ahead, you got the mic. Uncle Sam, you do. Good. Let's go. What do you have, Uncle Sam? I like that man. I like the way he's dressed. He's a good-looking Uncle Sam. Go ahead. Go ahead. You have a mic? Yeah, go ahead. You could give it to anybody that has a question. Anybody has a question, go ahead. Man, please. Go ahead.
As a member of Moms for Liberty,
yes.
Parental rights and education are top priorities.
Yes.
Seems like schools have become indoctrination camps where they're focused on sexualizing our children. It's just not right. How do we get back to basics in the classroom, teaching, reading, writing,
and arithmetic?
Right.
That's right.
And civics. Thank you, Mr. President.
Everything I said tonight, they could say he's conservative, he's got a wonderful conservative voice. Actually, it's a voice of common sense. And with education, almost, in many ways, easier than other things, we have to get back to common sense. And that is reading, writing, arithmetic. But they're teaching the schools today is insane. And most people understand it. Even the people that want it, they understand it. So we're going to do something, and a lot has to do with your governors and your people that are leading your states, and, they're going to be given free rein to do what they want to do. You happen to have a great governor that's very much into it, and she's taken this state so far, and we'll have other governors doing the same thing. And it's a really great question. Thank you very much. Thank you. Yes, please, go ahead. Go ahead. That's interesting. Yeah, Greg Abbey's very good. I think he's very good. We have a lot of great choices for Vice President. We're going to take a great one, but we're going to have a lot of great choices. This whole process, there are those that say they're all campaigning right now to be Vice President. We've heard that a little bit, right? But I will tell you, we'll pick a great one. Thank you very much. Interesting. Okay, question over here. Go ahead, please. Yeah.
Mr. President, our farmers are under attack from increased fuel and fertilizer prices.
thing is to get the fuel price down. Once that fuel price comes down, a lot of other things happen, including the fertilizer, which I hear is a disaster for farmers right now. So we're going to take care of all of it, and it'll happen very, very fast. Very fast. Thank you. Okay, over
Mr.
here.
President?
Go ahead, over here somewhere.
Mr. President,
Yes.
I'm full of gratitude for everything you have done for us and our
So far, I love this question. I'm getting ready for the kill. No, go ahead.
What can you do to bring back manufacturing?
Well, I was doing that, and one of the things we were doing was making it very difficult to have auto plants in Michigan and all leave our country. We had almost nobody leaving during last year. And one of the things you do is you have to tax some of these products that come back into this country because you have to make it competitive. I saved the dishwashing industry, I saved the washer dryer, many industries because they were dumping product. It wasn't as good, but it was pretty good. And they were dumping product into the United States. I saved so many different manufacturers in Whirlpool in Ohio. They had such a problem. Korea, South Korea, and China. Thousands and thousands, millions of units in at a price that is just they wouldn't go on. And I ended that. I put a 50% tariff on, and I was with them. That part of Ohio is thriving today. It's thriving, and those companies are doing great. So we have to look at individuals, but we will be able to handle that situation very easy. Don't forget, we have a thing. We have a power called the economy. We have a very powerful engine, and the problem is we have people that really don't know how to use it. They don't know how to use it to our collective advantage, but I know how to use it. Okay? Thank you very much. Okay, question over here.
Thank you, President Trump. Under Biden, we're seeing mobs of illegals coming across our border. Just this last week, we saw a violent mob try to force their way across the border to El Paso. What?
And then we have to make a decision. What do we do with the 15 million people that have invaded our country? Okay? And we'll do the right thing, that I tell you. We will start by getting the bad ones out. And the sheriffs and law enforcement who we love, the sheriffs know every one of them that shouldn't be here. You know every one of them that shouldn't be here. And we'll take care of business. Go ahead. Thank you. Go ahead.
Mr. President, the mainstream media came after you and your family like crazy. But not one of them seems interested in investigating the Biden crime family or Hunter's laptop. They also censored anyone who asked questions in 2020. How do we get to the bottom of this?
So the mainstream media had a very high approval rating when I announced I was running for president. And just today I read where it reached an all-time low because people are wise to what's been happening. What they have done, they really are a political arm of the Democrat Party. It's a terrible thing. You saw last couple of weeks where the FBI and Twitter, it's called Twitter Files, where they work together. And they work together with Facebook. You couldn't say anything good about Trump. And you couldn't say anything bad about Biden. They had the laptop. They knew all about the laptop. They knew all these crimes are on the laptop. And they weren't allowed to do anything. They weren't allowed to talk. And frankly, they have that liberal inclination anyway. But even if they wanted to, they couldn't do it. I think we're making a lot of progress. I think that that Congress is doing a very good job now. We have some people. Nancy Pelosi is packing. He's gone. Getting her out is that's a big step. And I think, Kevin, and all of the people in Congress, I tell you what, that whole, people thought it was a fiasco. I think it was a beautiful thing as it turned out. That 5 or 6 nights of voting and voting and voting and voting, I actually think that was like a cleansing action. It was a great thing that happened. And there's great unity in Congress. We do have to do something about Mitch McConnell. He's a disaster. He's a disaster. He gets his 10 guys and they give Biden whatever they want. There's something going on. It doesn't make sense. They give whatever they want. He gets his 10, 12 guys and they vote in order to give the passage because you need the 60 votes usually. And they vote and they give him what he wants. I just cannot understand. Nobody can understand it. We got to get him the hell out. He's a problem. Big problem. In the meantime, I hope he's feeling well, but he's a big problem. Okay, go ahead. We'll take one or two more. Go ahead.
Hello, Mr. President.
Got to be a good one. You know, if it's a good one, I'm out of here, right? If it's a bad one, I've got to take a couple of more to get over the stench of the bed.
I just want to say it's 100 degrees.
Thank you all.
So my question for you is, what can you do to combat transgender athletes taking over women's sports?
Well, you've done it here because your governor's passed legislation. You can't. No, it's crazy. It's like, how does people are seriously in favor of having it done, and I don't understand it. And I tell the story of that champion swimmer. And she's there and she's looking up and down the line. She sees friends that she's been swimming with. She's a champion, and then she sees this person next to her, and he's a monster. He looks like Will Chamberlain, a little bit different. She sees the guy has a wingspan. She's like looking up and down, and then she looks up. Wow. And, you know, he broke all these records. It's just it doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense. You would almost say, and I said it once before tonight, but you would almost say it's people that want to hurt our country because it doesn't make sense. And that was a very easy one for you. Anyway, you've got it done in Iowa. A lot of other states are doing it. Some states are going the opposite direction, which is shocking. It's shocking. But we'll get it done throughout the country. It's going to happen. It's happening. It's just common sense. It's a great question, too. Okay. Yes, please.
See you. Mr. President, my grocery bills are going up every week. As someone on a fixed income, that really hurts, and it feels like Joe Biden doesn't even care about us in so-called Iowa. How are we going to fix these prices under control?
You said groceries, right? The groceries are horrible. You look at eggs and you look at bacon and you look at just what we used to consider staples and you see the kind of numbers. A lot of it's going to have to do with energy. Once the energy comes down, a lot of other things are going to follow. Energy is so big, it's so powerful, it's so impactful, that once the energy comes down, you're going to see a lot of good things happen. And we have more energy than any other country in the world, more than Saudi Arabia, more than Russia. I call it liquid gold, and it's right under our feet. I mean, when you look at the craziness, we're allowed to go to Venezuela to take their energy, and it's horrible. It's tar. It's bad. It pollutes. You know where they refine it? In Houston. So they talk about the environment, but they bring it from Venezuela to Houston because that's the only place that has the refineries for this kind of very bad potential oil. And they refine it in Houston. So if you're a big believer in that, all that stuff is going up in our country. And it's just incredible. We have the greatest energy in the world. You know, I approved something, I was very proud of it, Anwar, Alaska. And Anwar is the biggest, probably the biggest site anywhere in the world. And probably bigger than Saudi Arabia, just that one in Alaska. And Reagan tried to do it, he couldn't get it done. Bush tried to do it, he couldn't get it done, of course. And other people couldn't get it done. Nobody could get it done. I got it done. And the first day in office, they terminated Anwar. And this has been incredible to have for our country. And literally, we were going to become energy dominant. We would have made, because it's a big, big industry. We would have made so much money that we would have started paying off debt, lowering taxes still further. We would have done something that nobody's ever seen before because we have so much. You know, I filled up the Strategic National Reserves. I knew not much about it. I said, what are the reserves that we want to fill up and that's been taken for years and years down to a low level? And I made a great deal. I got very little credit for it. But when our oil price hit like these crazy low numbers, that's when I asked the question, because we had so much. They said, what about filling in the caverns? These are these massive, in Louisiana and various other salt, like the salt mines. They're big, massive salt mines. And I bought 75 million barrels for peanuts and filled it very close up to the top. We were going to be topping it out. And then Biden, just before the election, in order to keep prices a little low, he released all of that. And now we record low. They've taken all of it and then some, and we have the lowest that they've ever seen it. Right now, it's the lowest that they've ever seen, meaning the reserves themselves. We had it fill up almost to the top, would have been topped out at really low prices. And by the way, now they have to pay 3 to 4 times more than what I was paying. And the Democrats fought me all the way. They got it stopped actually for a while. They fought me all the way at a price that was 25% of what they have to pay right now. So it's a crazy thing. And a lot of times we'll say common sense, but the other side either doesn't have common sense or they really hate us. And let's take one more. I'm looking at that big, powerful guy there. I don't know who's a better looking guy. Let me see. I don't know. He looks good. They look good.
You look fantastic, and we love you.
Thank you very much. I appreciate it. Thank you.
You're the greatest executive I've ever served in my lifetime, and I think you've made it possible for governors, including Tim Reynolds, whom I love and respect for many years, to become the really high-level executives by your example. Now, you have passed legislation, or got legislation passed for like the wall. It got paid for, it was passed, you signed it. And then there was the XL Keystone Pipeline. All of these things have to do with interstate commerce.
Right.
There are Section 1, or Article 1, Section 8 of the Constitution. Biden had no authority in law to reverse those things. And what would you do to see to that never happens again under your watch through your actions and with the legislation?
Well, the Keystone, great. I love your question. I like your statement even more than your question, to be honest with you. This could be the last question of the night because I love it. Appreciate it. Appreciate the job you do also. You know each other, Jeff? You know each other? You know who that is? Yeah, I love this guy. I love them both. Ready? So I think what has to happen, and it's very simple. The Keystone Pipeline was a tragic mistake that they made. That was so much coming from other parts, and it was going right into the source. Everything would have been so great. And by the way, environmentally much safer. The wall, I built hundreds of miles of wall, but I ended up getting, I want to use a nice word because we have such young people here, but the word that would normally be used would be screwed. But I wouldn't use that word because I don't want to get in trouble with the parents of these 2 beautiful young boys. No, what they did is they took advantage of the American public, and we built hundreds of miles, but there was other areas that we could have built. I ended up having to take it out of the military because I considered it an invasion, and the Army Corps of Engineers did a fantastic job. We built hundreds of miles of it, but I didn't get it the old-fashioned way, like getting it through, because the Democrats fought us every year. We had 11 lawsuits. It took us 2.5 years to win all of them, but we had 11 lawsuits to win. They tried to fight the wall. But the bottom line is, it sort of shows, that's a good example. If you want to get something done, if you love our country, and you really want it, it's so important, you're going to get it done. You're going to find a way to get it done. This was sort of ingenious. We passed this big military budget, but we couldn't get a wall built for a tiny fraction of that. And I said, this is an invasion of our country. And it is, by the way. This is an invasion of our country, what's coming across our border. It's no different than soldiers. And they're bringing a lot of different problems than soldiers would bring. They're not bringing merely bullets, and they're bringing plenty of them. But they're posing tremendous problem for our country. And it's a problem that we may have a very, very long, unless we do something quickly, and we have to do it smart, and we have to work with law enforcement to do it properly. Not going to be easy, but they're hurting our country. They're killing the blood, the life stream of our country, and we're going to do something about it. But why they killed the Keystone, I have no idea. And the union, representing all of those thousands of workers, 48,000 workers, they endorsed, the union endorsed Biden. But all the workers are for Trump, okay? But the head guy endorsed Biden. And what did Biden do? Probably the second or third day in office, he terminated the Keystone Pipeline. So, you know, those people that union are not too happy. They're not too happy. But look, bottom line is we have to use common sense, and we have to do a little bit like Kim, we're a lot like Kim, and some other governors. You know, Kim, you would be the first to admit we have some great governors, Republican governors, perhaps some Democrats too, but they don't seem to have our policies at all. You look at any Democrat-run state, and it's just not the same. It doesn't work. You look at these cities, our great cities are, New York City is a crime den. Chicago is a crime den. You look at these great cities, Los Angeles, San Francisco, you look at what's happening to our country. We cannot let it happen any longer. And one of the other things I'll do, because you know you're supposed to not be involved in that, is have to be asked by the governor or the mayor to come in. The next time, I'm not waiting. One of the things I do is let them run it, and we're going to show how bad a job they do. Well, we did that. We don't have to wait any longer. We got to get crime out of our cities. Thank you very much for a good question. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much. Kim, thank you very much. Appreciate it. Thank you. Thank you, everybody. Thank you very much. So they said, sir, at the end, could you take some questions? I'd love to do it, but you know, you hate to finish on a beautiful high note. Everyone's going crazy standing. And then you start taking questions and people fall asleep. Should I take a few or not? Should I just leave? You ever hear like Elton John said, he'll finish, the place is going wild, they're going crazy. He comes for an encore, they go crazy, they want more. Comes for another encore, they go crazy. Does one more, and it's a dud. And everybody leaves, and that wasn't that good, was it? So oftentimes you're better off you leave it a high note, but I said I would do that. So why don't we take a few questions, and then, sure, ma'am, please. Hi. Well, we are the big thing, the biggest thing, bigger than the tax cuts, which were the biggest ever, is we cut regulations. And we cut regulations for small business, the likes of which you had businesses that couldn't survive. It was just impossible for them to survive. We cut regulations more than any administration in the history of our country times 4, and it was really rocky. Now slowly they're starting to add those things that we cut back, but we'll get them out very fast. We know every one of them. We'll get them back very fast, and I know that you've seen a big difference. You said before, but I know that you've seen a big difference between now and what it was a few years ago. We've never had an economy like we had just 3 years ago. It was unbelievable. And frankly, this economy is not doing well, but the reason it's doing okay is it's running on the fumes of what we built. But those fumes are running out, and they're running out fast. And it's not going to be a pretty picture. Thank you very much. Great question. Question? Yeah, please. Somebody over there? Yes. Yeah. Well, you know we're working on that, and you know we had a plan to totally, it's such a ridiculous situation, isn't it? But we had a plan, and we would have instituted that plan, and it was all ready. But we will get it back. If we win, that's going to be taken care of. That will be one of the easy things we do. Question, please. Hello.
Just back from Yuma, Arizona.
Good.
They love your wall.
Yeah.
One problem, it's not finished.
Yeah.
And the fentanyl is creeping into our country. What would you do?
So I always said build a wall. They said don't build it. I had some problems even with a couple of rhinos in the Republican Party, as you know. And I ended up saying, look, here's the story. I'm taking it from the military. And I said, because I view it as national defense. This is an invasion. And I built hundreds of miles of wall and had everything completed. When everything was completed, we noticed that people were pouring into other areas. So we were all set. The wall was bought. The wall was ready to be put up. Would have been done in a period of 3 weeks. And that's when we realized these people actually believe in open borders. They refused to put up the wall. You know that because Arizona was one of the places. But we will get that finished. But more importantly, we had great deals with Mexico, stay in Mexico. People weren't coming in. We had it, that last period of time between the wall, you know, I got 28,000 Mexican soldiers guarding our territory. I went to the president of Mexico. I said, you have to give us soldiers. They said, you have to be kidding. Why would we ever do that? I said, because you have people pouring through Mexico. You have to And they said, we will not do that. And other things, stay in Mexico, they wouldn't agree. They wouldn't agree to any of this stuff. And he's a great guy, but why would he? And he wouldn't. And their representatives laughed and smiled at me. They said, we will not do that. A woman at the State Department, she worked on Mexico for 25 years. And she was very good, but she said, they'll never approve that. We've been asking for that stuff for years. I said, I'll make you a bet. And she said, but you're not going to win. We've been asking for this for years. And she was a serious person. And so I said to her, tell you what, it's 100%. And the top person in Mexico, outside of the president, came in representing Mexico and the president. I said, here's what we need. I said, give me a list of my people and the Border Patrol and ICE. These people are incredible. Brandon Judd and Tom Holman, who's fantastic. They have such incredible people. I said, give me a list of the 10 things that you want from Mexico and the other states, but in this case, because it's on the southern border of Mexico. And they gave me a list of things that are not even possible to write down, let alone get. I presented it to the representative, top guy in Mexico, and he laughed. I said, why are you laughing? He said, because we could never do this. He said, you want us to give you 28,000 soldiers free of charge. 28,000 soldiers. Mr. President, you must be kidding. I said, no, I'm not kidding. People are pouring in through your country, and they're destroying our country. And you don't care about it, but I care about it. So here's the story. You're going to give it to us, right? No, I'm not. I said, yes, you are. Here's why you're going to. Because on Monday morning at 9 o'clock, I'm putting a 25% tariff and tax on all of your goods, including all the car industry that you took away over the last 30 years from the United States. 32% of our car manufacturing is in Mexico because we had stupid leaders that allowed it to go. And they send in cars with no tax, no nothing. I said, starting Monday morning at 9 o'clock, we're going to put a 25% tariff on every single car that comes into our country and every other product made in Mexico that comes into our country. And you will pay that tariff. And that is far more money for us than the cost of 28,000 soldiers. Mr. President, sir, I'd like to leave the room and make a phone call. And he came back, I know who he called. Said, Mr. President, we have decided that we would like to provide you with 28,000 soldiers on your border. We will agree to remain in Mexico. We will agree to all of the other conditions that you have asked. And we hope you're happy with us. We love you very much. And that was the end of it. And I got things. And then as soon as these clowns come in, they gave up remain in Mexico. They gave up all of this stuff. I mean, it wasn't easy to get. It was smart. It wasn't easy to get. We had the safest border in the history of our country. And now we have the worst border anywhere in the world, probably at any time. And I always say it, no third world country that use sticks and stones to stop them would allow what's happening to our country to happen to them, where millions of people are pouring across the border and we have no idea who they are. But I do know this, they are terrorists, they are from prisons, and they are from mental institutions. And it's horrible. Not to even mention all of the things going on with the human traffickers, which is, by the way, trafficking in women, because 95% of it is women, maybe even more than that. And we had it virtually at the lowest point we've ever been before. And these fools, these just horrible, stupid fools with either no common sense or they're truly evil people, allowed all of that stuff to go away, and now we have millions of people every month pouring into our country, and we have no idea. You have to see New York. You have to see our cities. They're pouring in. They're putting up tents in Central Park. What's happened to our country is so horrible. San Francisco is one of our greatest cities. You have to see San Francisco today. But many, Chicago, look at Chicago. Look at what's happening to our country. These people are either very evil or very, it's the one thing that nobody can explain is why they do it. Why do they do it? Look, they are people that try and defend what's happening. They fight you all the way. They want to put you in prison if you even question that. Our country is being ruined. Our country is being destroyed by probably very sick, very evil people. Nobody can understand who would want to have a border where the whole world is allowed to pour in. And then they announced that we will give you, if you come to America, free education, free hospitals, free this, free. We don't have any room for, we don't have anything. It's impossible. Everybody has a heart. We want to take care of everybody. But the whole world is coming into our country. It's not sustainable. Our country is a mess. We will turn our country around. We will make America great again. Thank you very much, everybody. Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you. God bless you, everybody. God bless you. God bless you. And now God bless me, because I'm going to take a couple of questions, okay? Where are we going to go with the questions? Do we have a mic at some point? Do we have a little mic? Oh, go ahead, please. Yes, ma'am.
Hi, I'm Elizabeth Gerard. Thank you for the shout out earlier. I appreciate that. One of the issues we are super passionate about at the New Hampshire Federation of Republican Women is women's sports and keeping biological men out of women's sports and out of women's bathrooms. We recently released a statement calling out Chris Pappas and Ann Custer for voting against the Protection of Women's and Girls Sports Act. So how do we ensure that women can compete on an even playing field and feel safe when it comes to this issue?
Vote for Trump. That's how you do it. Okay? You're going to have no problem. You got me on that one before it was even an issue. It's the craziest thing. And you know, it's amazing. It's a good statement and or question, but so many people, they hear it, they can't even believe it. They can't even believe what's going on with that subject. No, you vote for Trump. That's going to be totally gone. Okay? Go ahead, please. Yes, go ahead.
Yes, sir, Mr. President. Thank you very much, Frank Dawson, and thank you for the phone call 3 years ago.
I remember that. Yeah.
Thank you very much. You are the man.
Thank you very much.
I would like to ask you a question concerning the military. Do you promise the veterans out there, guarantee them that you will make our military stronger as it was before you were pushed out of office, and you will return, and also make a promise to all law enforcement, all legitimate law enforcement, that you will protect and support them all the way?
So I remember the call. I don't know why, but I have a good memory. But I remember the call very much. I appreciate the love with that statement, not just the statement. The answer is yes. We rebuilt our military. We have the finest equipment in the world. You know, we had jets that were 48 years old when the grandfather was flying them. Some of the bombers, the grandfather was flying them, and now the grandson is flying them. Now, we're redoing our military. We redid a lot. As you remember, I made Space Force, and they tried to end it as soon as they came into office, and they had a revolt in the military. We created Space Force. That's the first time in 78 years since the Air Force that something like that's been done, creating a new branch. So the answer is yes, 100%. You will be satisfied. Not only that, the veterans are very satisfied, 92%. But now, in other words, we had an approval rating, the VA, of 92%. That's never happened before. That's a real job. You know, we got approved where you can fire sadists and sick people. You know, you couldn't fire them. No matter what they did, you couldn't fire because of lots of reasons. I won't blame civil service. I won't blame unions. I won't blame anyone. You couldn't fire them. And we got that done. And we also got it done where you can go out and get your own doctor, and we pay, because some of the veterans, as you know, were online for weeks and months. Some of them became terminally ill, waiting to get just a very simple procedure or prescription. They'd have to wait 4, 5, 6, 7 weeks. And we made it, you understand this, those two things were very important. The ability, we fired, I think, 12,000 people. They were sadists. They wouldn't attack these people in prime time, I can tell you. But they were sadists, they were thieves, there's some very bad people. We got rid of them. We actually had that passed in the legislature. They've been trying to do it for 48 years. And then on the other, as you know, that was a big deal. If you have to wait online for any more than 24 hours, you have the right to go out and get a doctor, get yourself taken care of, and we pay the bill. And that worked out unbelievably well. You know that's true. That's why they like us. But the answer is yes, we'll take care of it, okay? Thank you. Good to see you. Okay, please.
Good afternoon, Mr. President. I am Christine Peters, also from the New Hampshire Federation of Republican Women. And two of the top three issues that women are concerned about right now are inflation and the economy. And how do things like the environmental social governance play into all of the economic issues that are facing women?
Well, they do, and you have these fanatics, the environmental fanatics. I'm an environmentalist. A lot of you are, right? You want clean water, we want clean air. Nobody wants dirty air and water and other things. So, but you have to be reasonable. These people are crazy. They're putting windmills all over the place. They're going all over windmills to birds. And you want to see a bird cemetery? Go under a windmill sometime. And they're made in China, just so you know, and causing a lot of problems. Very expensive. But I will say this: we will take care of this inflation by going and drilling. You know the sign in Con Edison in New York, utility. They used to have a sign: dig we must, drill we must. We must drill. And we did some job. We had it down to below $1.87 for a period of time, gasoline. And what a difference that made. When they came in and they closed everything down, they got rid of Anwar. Anwar, since Ronald Reagan, they've been trying. Ronald Reagan couldn't do it. Bush couldn't do it. Nobody could do it. I got it done. The biggest site probably in the world, drilling in Alaska, they ended it the first day of the Biden administration. I mean, you think about it. They ended it the first day of the Biden administration. A site that would have been almost the size of Saudi Arabia, maybe bigger. And they ended it, but we'll do it again. We can do it again. We'll get it done again. When you reduce the price of energy, everything else is going to come down. And when everything else comes down, what we'll be able to do is get the interest rates down, and we're going to get our country back. Because our country, the way it's going right now, is going into a depression. We're going into a depression, like a 1929 type depression, and we're not going to let that happen. But we're going to drill, we're going to get energy down, everything else. When they held it back, the energy became so oppressive, so expensive, that everything went up, and you had inflation at a level that you hadn't seen in 52 years, and it's still horrible. But we're going to bring energy down, way down. We're going to get the interest rates down. We're going to get back to a great life. We're going to strengthen up our military, and we're going to be able to deal with China and Russia and everybody, and they're not going to play with us. They're not going to play with us. Thank you. Okay? Go ahead. Go ahead. Yes. Go ahead.
God bless you.
Thank you very much. God bless you.
My name is Christine. I'm from Atkinson, New Hampshire, and engaging with young voters is crucial. Here in New Hampshire, we have American First warriors like Caroline Levitt. How do you plan to engage with Gen Z voters?
Well, I think we're doing that, and I tell you what, you would be shocked, like Charlie Kirk and others, the job that they do with their youth. It's a youth movement. It really is. That's another movement. You would be shocked to see how popular we are on college campuses. Much different than what you read, much different than what you hear. But one of the things about having this horrible thing take place, we've lived in 4 years of hell in this country in many ways, many ways, more ways than you even know. But one of the things is they have shown how bad they are. And we'll be able to do things now to get it straight out. We have to make our cities safe again. We have to clean up our areas. We have to get things going in this country again. They've shown how... We'll do one more. How about one more? Go ahead. Now, this is a bad question. Or if I don't give a great answer, I'll do another one. Because, Elton John said encores are very dangerous. You do a fantastic concert. Everyone's going crazy. Then you do an encore of a song, it's good. Then you do another encore, and the song doesn't work. And you leave. Everyone said, what a rotten job. But you're never going to say that about Trump, right? Let's go.
President Trump, my name is Brendan, and I would just like to know, what is your plan for dealing with the growing threat of North Korea?
North Korea has been a very good example of what intelligence is. I got along great with Kim Jong-un. We had a very tough start. I called him Little Rocket Man. I called him Rocket Man. I called him lots of things he called us. And then one day I got a phone call, and they said, We want to get together. And the Olympics in South Korea was coming up. Nobody bought it. They weren't selling anything. And all of a sudden, I got North Korea to participate in the Olympics, and the thing sold out like in 2 days. It was incredible. We did a great job with North Korea. We will be able to deal with North Korea. I don't think this administration will be able to deal with North Korea. Okay, one more. Go ahead, one more. Yes, ma'am.
President Trump, I believe most Americans can agree that the radical left's defund the police movement was destructive to our police force.
It's still going on too, by the way.
When you are president, what will be done to correct the getting our police up to par with proper training, with proper numbers, and get them back on track?
So you're talking to the right person. We are taking care of our police. When I was in office, we had billions of dollars worth of Army equipment, Marine equipment, naval equipment, billions in storage rooms all over the United States. And Obama didn't want to get it out because he said it looked too tough. It didn't look good to give it. I said immediately, get it out. I gave billions and billions of dollars. You know what I'm talking about. All of this ex-military equipment. It was incredible. And for safety, including trucks that were armor-plated, I gave it all to the police. We got it out. It was sitting there drawing dust. But very valuable stuff. We took care of our police. We are going to take care of our police, and we're going to make sure that we support our police, because our police can solve the problems of our cities instantaneously if you let them do their job. And we love our police, and we love our firemen and everybody else that does. But we have to support them, and we can't have them be afraid that if they use one wrong word, their life is ruined. We can't let that happen. And one other thing, they do an incredible job. And you're bad apples. Every once in a while, something happens. It shouldn't happen, and we have to understand things like that can happen. We have to support our police. These are great American patriots. They used to do a job. Now they're not allowed to do the job. We have to allow, especially in our cities that are rotting and decaying, we have to let our police back. We have to let them do the job that only they can do. They're fantastic people, and we are with them, and we're going to help fund them. We're not defunding. We're going to fund our police. Thank you. Great question. Well, ladies and gentlemen, I want to thank you. This is an incredible place. This was a great day. I enjoyed it so much. I want to thank Steve and all of these incredible endorsers, because that's a record-setting endorse. But I want to thank you all. God bless you all. We'll be back. God bless you all. That's good. We'll take a couple of quick questions, and then I'll shake a few hands. Question, ma'am. Go ahead. Hello.
Hi, welcome, President Trump.
Thank you.
Okay, so you kind of already answered my question a little bit, but my question was, when you become president again, what would the first thing you'll do to fix our current school system and even our current military that's only focusing on teaching woke gender ideology over learning the basics of life and history and techniques?
So a good question. Some of it partially answered, but not all. With the military, we're ending war. I ended war. Totally. And then in their first week, they reestablished it. It's crazy. They pay instructors hundreds of thousands of dollars a year. And literally, they want our military to be woke. And it's just not going to happen. You read in Hawaii where they had the horrible fire where they have people going there. And before they bring them on board, they have to study woke for a week. Can you believe this? In other words, everyone's wanting to get back to their home, finding the bodies. It was such a tragedy. You don't read about it too much anymore, but hell is going on over there. And they want to give them classes in essentially wokeness. Can you believe? So, you've seen it. Well, we'll end that very quickly. We will, with the school, I think the schools are very important. We're going to bring our education department back. Now, if you look at our education, we pay more per pupil than any country in the world by 3 times. And yet we're at the bottom of the list. We have a very bad. If a place like Iowa, as an example, if you could run your own and we give you just a percentage of the money, because you wouldn't need nearly the money that they waste in Washington. Number one, you love your students, you want your students, you know your students. The parents will be involved. That's the other thing. We're going to get the parents, because some of these school boards have become tyrannical. They've been horrible. But we're going to bring that back, and that's going to answer your question, because I think that we can have one of the best school systems in the world. Right now we have one of the worst. They basically rate 40 countries, and we're always close to the bottom of the list, sometimes the bottom of the list, and spending more money than anybody else. So we're going to take care of all of your needs very quickly, and I think it's going to happen very quickly. And one of the things we're doing, closing the border day one and starting drilling for oil. Okay? We're going to drill, baby, drill. Right? Okay, if you have one over here, yes.
Welcome back, President Trump.
Thank you.
Here's my question. I felt that the 2020 election was fraudulent. So what measures are being taken by the RNC to make sure that that doesn't happen?
Okay, well, you're not the only one, because if you look at polls, many people, big percentage of the country felt it was, they used COVID to cheat, but they would have cheated anyway. Many precautions, many law firms have been hired, a lot of work has been done, and beyond RNC, I wasn't very thrilled with them, obviously. I was always supposed to go out and get paid. I left here early in the morning, and you go home, and you think you've done great. I actually made 7 rallies on the last day or two. 7. I don't know if anybody's going to do 7 rallies, and they're big rallies, and they were full-scale rallies. And I left, and I said, we're going to win. And at 10 o'clock in the evening, I looked at the numbers, and it was over. We were doing so well. Pennsylvania, all these states were doing so well. Then all of a sudden, they made adjustments and all this crap, and it was a horrible thing. So they were able to do things with COVID. Oh, we can't go vote. We can't this, we can't that. Mail-in voting. We have a lot of great people involved. That's more than anything else. I say, I don't want help in getting the vote. I only want help. It used to be called election day. Now it's called election period, because some of these things last for like 2 months, right? I said, that's all I want. I want people to work. This we went back, and we did great. And then the vote comes in, and then it was looking great, and then all of a sudden, this horrible thing happened. And by the way, it's all down. People know it. We had judges that didn't want to get involved. They were afraid. Everybody was afraid. They were afraid of the subject. It's a disgrace. What happened to our country is a total disgrace. A disgrace. So, and look at the results. Look at the results. Practically every problem that we talked about today wouldn't have happened. Ukraine wouldn't have happened. Inflation wouldn't have happened. So many of these things that we talked about today, we wouldn't even be thinking about. And look at the supply chain. Who ever heard of a supply chain where people can't deliver? You couldn't get baby food. You couldn't get anything. The only thing you could get is all the drugs you wanted. You could get drugs. You could get cocaine. I wonder whose cocaine that was, by the way. And what? What about that deal? Packages of packages.
No.
They said,
What are you doing now?
we don't know.
You
Then
go down to like a back. I don't think.
Fingerprints all. It was white clean. Not one fingerprint.
What?
Not one fingerprint, which is impossible. You can go to any place in this room, there's fingerprints all over the place, especially those cubicles. So we're going to be working very hard. That's my number one thing. Much more so than campaigning, actually, is that they don't cheat. Because they will try, and they'll be successful to an extent. But that we're not going to let them steal this election, because this country is going to fail. I tell you, I don't think the people of this country will allow it to happen either, because this country's on a very thin edge right now. Thank you very much for the question. Thank you. Appreciate it.
I want to thank you, President, for all that you've done. And a question I want to ask you is, I'm telling you, no man can endure what you have endured. Do you realize that God is behind you and strengthening you? Do you realize that?
I appreciate what you're saying. I understand what you're saying, too. It's been a terrible thing in so many ways. The only thing, the great gratitude I get, I'm looking at polls now where we're 50 points, 60 points up, among all these people. And we're beating Biden in all these polls. We're beating everybody. And we haven't had to endure. We endured a fake Russia thing for years. We endured all of this stuff, all fake. And think of how bad these people were. A guy like Adam Shifty is a real bad guy. I call him pencil neck. He's got the smallest neck I've ever seen. He's not going to be playing for your local teams, Iowa State. They're not going to be recruiting him to play football. But Adam Shifty, he makes makes up with Hillary and with the Democrats. They make up the Russia scam. He knows it's a scam. Think about how bad. I have sons and daughters. You know, we love our sons and daughters, right? And I watch him on television one day. So he knows it's a hoax. Russia. It turned out to be a total hoax. No collusion. There was no anything. So he knows it's a hoax right in the middle. He goes out to the microphones after leaving the meeting, which is supposed to be very, quiet. Nobody's supposed to know what goes on in there. He goes out to the microphone and goes, the president's son, Donald Trump Jr., will go to prison for what he's done. Now, he knows it's a hoax. Think of it. It's not like I'm reading and seeing, and I'm watching this guy telling me, I'm watching him saying that my son is going to prison. My son is going to prison. And I know that he had nothing to do. There was nothing. There was a whole thing was made up. It was a made up thing. You know why it was made up? It was an excuse why Hillary lost. They said, let's blame Russia. And it was supposed to be a one-day deal, but the fake news wouldn't let it be one day. And the fake news carried it and on and on and on. We have the same thing right now. It's going on still. Do you know that if I got indicted, but because the people know me so well, they know it's all bullshit. It's all bullshit. They know that. Think of it. They say he questioned the election. He questioned. Well, everybody in this room questioned the election. The Democrats questioned 2016. They were all standing up. They were forming cards. They were forming all sorts of things. And those are the same guys that now they say, it's so corrupt. Washington's a corrupt place. But think of it. You're watching some guy on television, a high-ranking congressman, say that your son is going to prison, and he knows that it was a hoax. I mean, how bad do you have to be to do that? And then it gets, no collusion after 2.5 years. And then 2 weeks go by, and I had a little piece focused on China and other things. It's almost the easy subject, right? I focus on the easy things like China, Russia. And then they start with Ukraine. He made a phone call to Ukraine. It was a perfect phone call. You know, that phone call turned out absolutely nobody's ever seen it. Everything I said was right. About please study if there's any corruption, please report it to the Attorney General of the United States. It turned out to be exactly right. A lot of people are saying right now they've got to undo even the theory of those indictments because those indictments were fake, just like everything else. So we have to get back to making our country great again. But you're right. Many people ask me that question. They say, how do you do it? And I do it because I feel real love. And I feel real appreciation. And I do it because it's more important than anything else I can do. I can be living a very nice life in the most beautiful places all over the world. And here I am with you in Iowa, and I'd rather be here. So thank you very much. Very nice. Appreciate it. Thank you.
Hello, Mr. President. My question for you is, what are you going to do to make future generations more successful than what we are right now?
Well, we have to save our country, kids. I really do. I mean, it's a great question in a way, but I think our country, we have almost 36 trillion in debt. We are probably, if this group keeps running, think of what's happened. We used to be allies with Saudi Arabia, a lot of money, a lot of everything, a lot of energy. We didn't need their energy. That was a beauty, but we were allies with all these different countries. Everyone's left us. Brazil is up with China now. Saudi Arabia is with China. Many of the Middle Eastern countries, a lot of oil, a lot of money, they're with China. We've lost it. The whole of South America is with China. This all happened over the last 2.5 years. It's unbelievable. We have no relation with all the money we waste on trying to bribe friendships. You know, we try and bribe our friendships. We're not with anybody. We don't have anybody. And Europe honestly takes advantage of us on trade and on NATO. They take total advantage of us. And, you see that with Ukraine. We're trying to help them. And the problem is, Biden got so far ahead of this thing that now, they're saying, well, why should we have to put up money? The stupid Americans are putting it all up. That's what happened. Europe we're 200 billion and they're 25 billion. And it's right at their doorstep. And we have an ocean in between us. It's much different. So the first thing is to answer your question. We have to save our country. Okay? It's a sad answer.